Good evening, Dr. Hagigat, President Trujillo, and members of the board. My name is Marnee Burrus, and I am a proud fourth grade teacher at Emerson Elementary School, as well as the Pecta President. Today in our daily community circle, I asked my students about what they want to be when they grow up. So I've known that I was going to be a teacher since I was 5 years old. When I was about 3, I told my family I wanted to grow up to be Wonder Woman. Something about the lasso of truth, the super stylish outfit with the chic but still somehow kind of practical accessories, and the relentless pursuit of justice really resonated with me. Then I went to kindergarten and I met Mrs. Petramala. And Mrs. Petramala was in her 30th year of teaching when I had her as my kindergarten teacher, and after exactly one day in her class, I went home and I told my family I was going to be a real-life superhero when I grew up. I was going to be a teacher. I'll never forget telling Mrs. Petramala that I was going to be just like her when I grew up. She was so excited for me. She said, "You know, Marnee, I sensed that you might be one of us." She told me she couldn't wait for me to be a teacher and that I would be the best one yet. At the end of that year, she even gave me a Snoopy holiday sweater that she wore for when I finally became a teacher. And I still have it, by the way. I do wear it every holiday season, despite being someone who doesn't celebrate Christmas, because to me it represents what happens when someone truly believes in us, and it reminds me to be that for my students. Sadly, I don't know if I'd be able to receive the news of one of my students telling me they want to grow up to be a teacher with the same level of excitement that Mrs. Petramala had for me. I'm on the other side of things now, and I know that to be a teacher, or really to take any part in the education of our students, most often means what it means for me, having multiple advanced degrees and working 3 jobs to be able to afford the rising cost of living. Tomorrow we open discussions on Meet and Confer. I'm coming to the table with realistic hope that we will be able to reach an agreement that will give our educators, all of them, a living wage. The better we support our school staff, the better we support the continued positive outcomes for students. More than anything, however, I want to be able to hear that one of my students would follow in my footsteps without my immediate reaction being one of dread for their future. Thank you for your time.